Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review. And this time, since Valentine's Day is over though, but wanted to review this film for some time because it takes place on the day. But post Valentine's Day review, but still. But I really enjoy this film, and it's a really, I would call it a classic among the slasher films. I would say that. I would definitely say it's a classic among the slasher film genre. And has gained cult following over the years, and especially on this day, especially on a holiday, especially. And that is of the 1981 classic, that is of My Bloody Valentine. This is the special edition, which includes never before seen deleted footage. Now, I really enjoy this film. It's another good slasher film, and also, to my surprise, it's a slasher film that my dad likes, because my dad, he's not really big on horror slashers, especially like that, although he does like Halloween, and I think he did like Friday the 13th, though. But horror films in general, there's some ones he does like, but as slashers, like the hack and slash stuff, he doesn't like. But to my surprise, when I told him about this, he said, "Yeah, I like that. I remember seeing it back in the day with my dad." So to my surprise, he likes this film. And I really enjoy this film. I think it's a great slash film, I would say. And it doesn't get talked much nowadays, sadly. Well, I know those people. There are people who like this film. I know that, though, but it's not like talked like, oh, it's so great and all that stuff. Like, not 24/7, but still. But it's still like iconic, because for the day, especially for the killer, I really like the look of the killer. I like the idea that it's a miner who's a killer. It's just, I like the get up of how the miner looks. So, and the film came. It was released in 1981, and now, if we watch the theatrical cut, there's not much to gore because they cut a whole bunch out, because the M was MPA, because it was released by Paramount, right, and they cut a whole bunch of the gore stuff out because during the time, because Friday the 13th was released in 1980, and you got the backlash it got, and because at the time people didn't like Friday the 13th and how that film was with the kills and all that, so that's why they decided to cut a lot of the stuff out of it. And although another reason why, because it's dealing with the death of John Lennon, the violence for that. I mean, I don't know how the death of John Lennon could affect this movie. I just don't see that. I mean, the thing with Friday the 13th, yeah, it's understandable, but with the death of John Lennon, I don't buy that. So I think that the Friday the 13th reason is definitely more viable than the other one we did with John. I don't see how death of John Lennon was affected with this movie. But so they cut all that stuff out. But I'm glad this is the uncut version. They put all that stuff back into this movie with this uncut version. That's why you see when you see the deaths in this movie, it's like more grainy and mistoned with the actual film. That's why because that's the delayed stuff. They cut it, so it's like when you watch like Friday the 13th Part 7, how the footage of the more grisly kills are in those uncut versions. It's like this, so like the regular footage of this film is normal, but when they add the deaths in it, it's more grainy and like a darker footage because of that. But I prefer to have it in this. I'm glad that they put this back in there, because otherwise it makes the film much more dealing with the slasher part, so. But I'm glad they put all that there. That's why I like this. The special edition is definitely worth it, but add an uncut version. And as for the director, George Mihalka, I'm mispronounced his name. The guy didn't really go on to do much. He directed some films that I have not seen or heard of though. But I thought he did a good job with this film. And I also forgot to mention that it's a Canadian movie as well. So, but because also, well, I have to watch to make Canadian films, but this is definitely a good one because it's in Canada. But and also speaking of this, at the time Paramount was released this. Under here, the Lionsgate bought the rights to it from Paramount. That's why because Lionsgate made the 2009 remake of it. That's why under that name. And I like the remake. Decent. That's another remake I forgot to mention. How like there's some remakes, horror film remakes I like, and most I don't like. But the remake of My Bloody Valentine, it's decent. It's not great. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's not great, but I think it's just at most decent. Average. So, yeah. If I want to mention about because it's released by Lionsgate, because that's how they put this and got the uncut version for this. So, but the 2009 remake, it was decent. But I thought this is, of course, the original was better. And as for the cast, they all did a good job. Paul Kelman as TJ, Laurie Hallier as what was the character's name? Sarah. Neil Affleck as Axel. So for three main characters, they did a good job. The supporting cast was decent as well. As for how the whole story is that they have a group of people working at Hallier Mines. We have our lead guy whose name is Hallier, and his father, he left for some time, but he came back, and his girl that he likes, named Sarah, is now with this other guy named Axel. But he still likes her though, but there's just been he had a fallout basically. And it's Valentine's Day is coming up. The whole town is getting ready for like their traditional like Valentine, because the mayor is having this Valentine's dance for the first time in 20 years since 20 years ago, which the guy at the bar named Happy, he explains that 20 years ago on Valentine's Day there was the Valentine's Day dance hall that in the Hallier mines there were 7 miners. 2 of them were up top and 5 were down below. The two supervisors that were up there, all they cared about was getting to the party, and they screwed up because they didn't check whether the methane gas leak or measures, whatever, and then the mine exploded and the 5 miners down there were trapped. And by the time they got through, there was only one guy that survived named Harry Warden, and he cannibalism. He killed and ate the other miners to survive. He was committed, and then a year later escaped, and he on that day, on the same year later on Valentine's Day, he got his revenge on those 2 supervisors that didn't do shit at their jobs, and he killed us one. You saw one kill the one of the supervisors, pickaxe to the chest, and then he said on every year, if they were anything doing for Valentine's Day, he was going to kill them, and essentially ripped out the hearts as well. And it was decent bits of gore when you see the hearts in the chocolate boxes. And that's how the guy Happy explains, but the people they're all, oh, that's just nonsense now. So, and then you get the first decent kill with this woman Mabel at this she did the laundry mat, and when she finds the box, the chocolate heart-shaped box of chocolates, and she reads the notes. Just read this note. It's like Rosa red, Avanza blue. One's dead, and now are you. And she gets, her death is it cut when you use the pickaxe. It's cut away though. But when the sheriff, the cop, or what's his name, the chief, when he gets there, and her body just falls out of the laundromat, which is where you can see the first uncut version, the deleted uncut version. We see it's the quick change of the scene of the film, where it's grainy and all that. Because that's one of the things that was cut away. All the gore stuff that were cut away, but you can tell the different changes of the film. And it's a really decent, well done effects. How there's the body just keeps like the burnt, skinned body just keeps tumbling within the washing machine. Really well done effects for the burnt body. Well, yeah, melted burnt body. How way it was made. And the chief, he wants to keep this hush hush because he didn't want anything to affect with the dance hall. He think, oh, she died from a heart attack, nothing more. And even when before the mayor, he received a box with a heart in it, which is a good, decent gore effect as well. The real heart in the box. And so by this time, after this death, they want to cancel the dance hall. And our main group of people, they want to have the party somewhere else, like around somewhere in a bar. But and then the Happy, once again he tells them about Harry Warren. They don't care about what he says. So he tries to set up like this prank, like as like a minor dummy. When they open the door, the dummy pops out. So he tries to dress like a minor. He's having some fun. Like when he opens the door, he's like ha 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 ha. When he opens it another time, the minor comes out. Just really well done, excellent effect. It's definitely the best death of the scene of the movie, which is one thing that's been uncut, that was taken out, where the miner sticks his pickaxe up through the guy's chin and comes right out through the guy's eye. Right here, right up through the guy's eye. And it's a really excellent, well done effects. Really excellent effects. And that's say it's the best death of the entire movie. And just is really excellent effects. And just the whole thing, all these deaths have been cut out, which I'm glad they put him in here. So, but that was a really great death. Really excellent, well done practical effects. Although there was the one the same thing with similar with Tom Atkins, the 2009 remake, where it just went up through his chin as well. It didn't go out his eye, but up through the chin, out the mouth. And then the whole thing was the miner just ripped out his jaw when he pulled that pickaxe away, though. But anyway, moving on. Another decent death is where this guy who's like cooking hot dogs in a boiling pot, and the miner sticks his face in it, and you see the underwater shot where the guy's face is getting burned, and really good, decent makeup effects of how the skin is like being peeled and all that when it's bit in boiling water. And another one where in the mines where there's this couple where the guy goes off to get some beer, and then the woman, she gets grabbed by the miner, and she gets her head impaled through this pipe, and the miner just turns to the nozzle and water is pouring out, and the guy's like that, scared face. So when one girl finds that guy who got his face in the boiling water, comes out and finds him dead, then the guy who saw his girl get killed, he comes into where this other party was where Axel and TJ are, saying that they're dead, and Axel saying, "Oh, it's Harry Warren! Everybody, get out! Get out!" And then so him and TJ, they had to go to the mines because their other friends are in the mines, so they had to go and get them. And back at the mines, there was this couple where they're at least making it, and which brings my attention that there wasn't any for a slash film like this, but There wasn't any nudity in this one because you compare like Friday the 13th and all that, but there wasn't any fouls about it in this to my surprise. When I first saw this, probably try not to copy Friday the 13th, but still, yeah. But anyway, especially in the opening, which I forgot to mention, where this woman, she's in a minor outfit where she thinks her hubby is, which is actually the minor, Harry Warden minor, but where she gets impaled through the back, and you see like she has a little tattoo of a heart on her chest, and she gets impaled through there. Because she was supposed to take the outfit off, and you see her in a bra, but still. Yeah, but no nudity at all in this film, so, to my surprise. Probably going to want to cut that out because of the MPA, I don't know. But there's this couple of the mines, and there's later this character named Hollis, which I recognize as a character for me because he had this good looking mustache that kind of similar to the one that I had, though, but still. That's like a character I identify with, so. But he finds that couple dead, like they were impaled together with like this giant drill or something like that. I don't know what kind of it was, but they were impaled by something sharp like a spear, a drill spear, I don't know. So, but then the miner, he comes in, this character Hollis, he takes he gets a nail gun, he gets one right here in the head on this side, but he's still alive. But he gets a second one in the head, and he's still alive, just to run off, just time for run into the other characters of Sarah, Patty, and Howard before he drops dead. And then when TJ and Axel, they get there, they get there. Then by the time Howard, he's run off on his own, and the elevator switch control panel has been cut, so they have to climb. And you get another good death where the character Howard, as they're climbing the ladder, he falls. Because he has a noose around his neck, but as he's being strong, the impact of him being strung by the noose, his entire body falls off except the head parts where it's still hung at the noose. His head is still attached to the noose while the rest of his body just falls down. Like he gets decapitated by a rope noose, a hanging noose or whatever. Yeah, he gets decapitated at that by the impact of the being strangled part. So yeah, the rest of his body falls off while his head is still attached to the noose. That was a decent good effect as well. So that was a really good practical effect too. But to me, the best death is still Happy, the impale through the eye, chin through the eye. But so they have to go back another way. So and then they go one way. There's one way. Waxel is behind them. But as they get further, they hear him like a brief oh, and they see him. They assume he fell in the water and he's gone. And then Patty gets it next, where she gets a pickaxe right here in the stomach. And then you get I'll say a pretty decent finale, which I liked because for a little bit it's on these rail cars. That they have Axel has a little fight with the miner on the rail cars. He has a shovel, trying to deflect the pickaxe, and then the chief and the others come in with help, but then Sarah, she pulls off the miner mask, and it's actually Axel, because now I like this bit where it says, Axel, why? He asks Axel, why? And you get a silent flashback which explains everything, why he's like this. Because when he was a kid, it shows a flashback of that supervisor that left with the other guy to go join the party 20 years back. The one we saw get killed with a pickaxe through him, right? He had a son which was Axel when he was a kid. He saw his dad get killed, when the miner Harry Warden ripped out his heart, blood spattered in his face, was under the bed like this, traumatized. So he saw his father get killed by Harry Warden, and also explained that the chief explained what is Harry Warden back, and we explained that he died like 5 years back, and so Axel's been the one who's behind the killings the whole entire time. And then the mine collapses, and Axel and Sarah are out safely with the chief, right? But the help tries to dig Axel out, and he says, "Oh, he's alive!" And he sees his arm sticking out. Sarah goes to try to see if he see him. Well, he tries to hold onto his arm. Well, his arm grabs onto hers, and you see him cutting off his own arm, pulling out his dismembered arm, and you just hear him just like going crazy, right? He's going crazy. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna pay Axel or TJ. I'll pay the hotel pay." He's like all cackling himself. And he's like, "Sarah, be my bloody Valentine." And then during the credits, you heard this pretty decent song about Terry Warren the Miner and Valentine and all that, which is actually a pretty good decent song made up for the movie. So. But yeah, My Bloody Valentine, I really enjoy this slasher film. It's a really, as part of the slasher genre, I would call this a classic to me. Excellent kills, especially like I mentioned before, Happy with it impaled through the chin up through the eye. That was the best looking death. Although the Howard's death, where he just as soon as being hung, he gets decapitated, where the head is stuck on the noose while the rest of his body falls down. And I just like the look of the miner. You know, I like the idea the killer is a miner with a pickaxe, and it's actually, like I said, my surprise that my dad actually likes this movie. As he said, he saw it back in the day of 1981 with his dad, my grandpa. And I'm surprised this is a slash film that he likes. I know he likes Halloween, and I remember he likes Friday the 13th too, I think, But for a film like this one, I'm surprised he likes this one. He's not really big on horror slash films, all the gory bits and all that stuff. So, yeah, creepy and stylish, says in the back of here. I'll call it that, definitely. Especially, when it deals with the locations in the mines, it gets a real creepy atmospheric look to it. Gets in the mines. The back of our features, Bloodlust, My Bloody Valentine, The Rise of the Slasher Film, Bloodlines, then interactive horror film history, deleted footage with the director, cast, and special effects designer introductions. So, but I really enjoyed My Bloody Valentine. I really like this original film. It's definitely a classic among the slasher genre. Like I said, the 2009 remake was decent, average at best. But definitely this is a lot better. The director did a good job. Our three main characters, Paul Kelman, Laurie Hallier, and Neil Affleck, they all did a really good job. They all didn't go on to do much, sadly, though. Well, because it's a Canadian movie, I don't know. But they all did a good job. The effects, definitely, when you see in the uncut deleted footage, it's definitely well done, excellent, gory effects. And it's only about 90 minutes. Without the end credits, it's under 90 minutes. It's easily fast paced. Cross your heart and hope to die. Yeah. But yeah, this is my little my post Valentine's Day review. So, because figure why not review on a classic Valentine horror film? A lot better than the 2001 slasher film just called Valentine. That's definitely a lot better than that. If I review that one, it's gonna be a rant because I didn't like Valentine. The slasher one from 2001, where the killer wears like a Cupid mask. Now, definitely the Miner is much more better look for a killer on Valentine's Day. Yeah, but My Bloody Valentine, I definitely give it a thumbs up. I really enjoy this slasher film. So yeah, happy post Valentine's Day. So, but anyway, that's my review of the 1981 classic slasher film, My Bloody Valentine. Really well worth a look. If you have anyone who's not seen this film, please check it out. And everyone knows I've been eating my favorite candy, gummy bears. Not just any kind of gummy bears, imported gummy bears. So, yeah. Never can get enough of these. My favorite candy. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned on the next movie review. And see y'all later.